What's going on, everybody? JC here today from Fitness Gamers, and today I present to you all the top 10 entrances in WWE 2K23. Yes, the top 10 in 2K23. I wanted to do a breakdown on this. If I did the arenas, there's a lot of great entrances in this game. Some that really captivate the real life factor of these superstars that bring them to life in the game. And if you've never been to a WWE event, well, these entrances are spot on and make you feel like you're actually there. So I hope you all enjoy this video. Short and sweet, look through the entrances, talk about why we have them in certain rankings, and go from there. We do have two honorable mentions that I want to put out. They will be coming in after number 3. And, well, I hope you all enjoyed my list. Very opinionated. It's an opinion. None of this is facts. But if you disagree, please comment below who you would have in your top 10. So now, without further ado, let's get on with the video. Boom, baby. Cue the static, please. So number 1 on our list is the Rated R Superstar. The man that has came back to conquer the WWE once again. Conquered it once, wants to conquer it again. Edge. He's coming in at number 10. Why is he number 10? Well, because I think we have a pretty good list that we compiled here for you all. And honestly, this entrance captivates Edge's entrance in real life to the T. It's super accurate and super great, super beautiful. I love the way it is. The facial expressions, everything just pops out. Look at that zoom in into the camera, the pyro. Everything about Edge's entrance is perfection. There's nothing else I can say. The way he walks down the ramp. By the way, I'm going to do it in the WrestleMania arena because, well, everything is just larger than life here. WrestleMania 38 arena. And you get a real good sense for the entrances in this arena. So, Edge is my number 10 on my list. And for many great reasons. And I gave it to you all. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to number 9. I think number 9 is going to excite a lot of you. Maybe some of you may disagree. I think 9 is a pretty damn good. Coming in at number 9, we have the game, the Cerebral Assassin, Triple H. But I used Triple H 2008, or as the game has him labeled in the character selection screen, Triple H 08. Why did I get Triple H 08? Because, well, I feel like they finally got the long hair stuff correctly. In the past years, I don't know, I feel like it was just off. And the flow just seems different. The way he looks seems different. This is like perfection here too. I mean, all of these entrances, I'm going to label them as perfection. The water bottle, the drip of the water, everything looks damn good. This is just damn good, as he would say. I'm just that damn good. And the entrance, I mean, the facial expressions, the walk to the ring. This is not even 4K, and this thing looks like it's 4K. It's absolutely insane, and I'm in love with the Triple H entrance. Especially now, this is the part that excites everybody the most. This is the part that, this is where we get our money's worth when it comes to the Triple H entrance. This is what made it here. And I feel like this is probably the best I've ever seen it. You're going to see the camera zoom out and captivate this moment to perfection. Check this out. Let's just take this in. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Hoorah! Yeah! That's beautiful right there. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing the way they captivated that. So that's why he comes in at number 9 on our list. Could have been higher, but I think I have the right ones higher. So that is just my overall take. So entrance, amazing. Let's go ahead and move on to number 8. Coming in at number 8, Seth frickin' Rollins. And why do I have him at number 8? Everything about this entrance. I love the way they had the pyro there, the way they captivate his motions. This is just Seth Rollins to the T. This is like you're watching Monday Night Raw. This is like you're watching Seth Rollins in real life. So if you've never seen him in real life, this is just how it is. It's could replicate it. It's just the motions. Everything of it is an absolute thing of beauty. And I love that because they're giving us the experience. Maybe someone has never been to a WWE event. And let me tell you now, if you haven't been to an event, this game captivates the entrances absolutely to perfection, and this is one of them. The camera angles, I'm in love with the camera angles. I love it when they shoot it like this from the back. You can see the whole arena for what it is. It's a point of view that we don't get to see as fans, right? So we get to see it in the game. They did a great job with Seth Rollins. That's why I have him on the list at number 8. Deserves to be number 8 with high regards. Yeah, Seth Rollins, number 8. Definitely have to have him on the list. So, yeah, for many reasons. The way the motions are, the pyro, absolutely love the whole thing. Number 8 is good, right? I think number 7 gets absolutely better. So let's move on to number 7. Coming in at number 7, the man from Death Valley. The man that was undefeated at WrestleMania, that was the greatest of all time, one of the greatest of all time, the Phenom, the Undertaker. In the game, he's labeled as just the Undertaker, so this is the modern Undertaker. This is not 2018, even though I think the 2018 one is identical. Why Undertaker? Look at the way he looks. This is like you're looking at Undertaker in real life. The camera angles speak for themselves. The lighting speaks for themselves. The pyro speaks for itself. The smoke. Then we have the nameplate that pops up. He has his unique nameplate. I think Undertaker, deservingly so, can make it on the list at number 7. We all know it's one of the longer entrances in the history of WWE games, but the way this looks right here, this is just amazing. This is a scene. This is a scene only one can believe. So that's why I have Undertaker here so highly regarded on my list. I mean, it's fair. I mean, anything top 10 is going to be high on the list. There's so many superstars in this game. So breaking this down was going to be quite the feat. But Undertaker at number 7, I think it's a right fit. I think it's fair. I know it's a long entrance, and that's the only negative thing I have about this entrance. But we can just push through that, honestly, with ease. So, Undertaker number 7. How do you all feel about this? There's many reasons. I listed them all, but maybe some might disagree. And I just think the way it looks, the way it plays, and given the respect of the Undertaker and who he is and what he's accomplished, deserves to be on the list. His entrance in real life was always a spectacle. It was always, if you paid the price for admission, if you paid the price of admission because Undertaker was on the card, like 70% of what you paid for was for this man alone, believe it or not. So that is why I have him here. I mean, he would have been higher, but I do think there are some better ones on the list. And look at the lighting transition that we just witnessed. I think there are some better ones, but having him 7, I mean, I think he's always going to be top 10 no matter what. No matter what, he's always going to be top 10, whether it's 7, 8, 9, 10. He's always going to be there. But I'll tell you what, a little spoiler, this is not the only Taker I have on here. So much respect to the Phenom. There's something special about him. There always was. The it factor, this man created the it factor. Well, I think Hulk Hogan did, but this man came right after it. So they both created the it factor, if you want to ask me that. So let's move on to number 6. Coming in at number 6. I think he deserves to be this high just because of how hyped this entrance is. Drew McIntyre, the Scottish Warrior. This man right here that was so over in 2019 and 2020. Give him the flowers, because this entrance is absolutely beautiful. Coming out with the sword, and you know what's going to happen next, and this is a reason why I have it so high. This is just a movie in itself. Absolutely love this. Boom! You cannot tell me there's a better shot than that. His entrance in WWE 2K23, they've really perfected this. 2K22 was a thing of beauty as well, but the walk, the intensity you feel, I might have him a bit higher than most, but I feel like that transition with the sword, look at the sword in the background, it stays there. And the fiery pyro, I feel like it's only right. That's why I have him so high. If you disagree, leave it below in the comment section. Not all this is going to be super right. This is all opinionated. But I tried to really get many reasons as to why I'm going to have them high on the list. And of course, the character model, the way the motions are, absolutely perfection. So with that being said, I think it's fair now that we move on to number 5. And I don't think number 5 is going to disappoint. Number 5. Who do we have? The Big Evil. Undertaker 2003. They labeled him in the game as Undertaker 03. This thing is absolutely cool from the theme song, from the way he rolls down the motorcycle. I think that's why we have it so high, because this is one of the most coolest entrances in the history of the WWE, and there are tons of things that we could figure out with this that are so cool. I kind of wish they would have removed the stairs. When he did his entrance, they'll push the stairs to the side. Unfortunately, they did not do that here, which is perfectly fine. Besides that, I have him so high because this is one of the most coolest entrances ever. When this happened, when we were younger, right back in 03, when he was coming out on that motorcycle, even 02, but 03, that's the model they have here. When he came down, you knew business was about to pick up. You knew it was about to pick up, and I love the way the model looks. Some may disagree with it, but I think it's just badass, spot on. And this too is one of the coolest things here. I saw this and I'm like, damn, man, Undertaker is he's the best. He is the best of all time. The Phenom indeed. The price of admission right there. So, with this, let's move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4, I think it's only fair we have him so high because of how unique his entrance is. Coming in from the back. We've never seen this before, so this has to be high on the list. I have him at number 4, Goldberg, because of the entrance type. Him coming out of the back, we never really get to see that. So coming in from out of the back and the pyro and the camera angles alone, of course, I think the model looks absolutely stunning. That's why I have it so high. And I think we got to give Goldberg his flowers. You know, the man deserves his flowers. He's an absolute legend. All right, he changed the game. The Monday Night War stayed a little hot because of him as well. And yeah, I just think this pyro is just a thing of beauty. The walk out from the back of the arena, or the back of the stage, scene behind the scenes is absolutely unique. I hope they could better it in the future where you see more. But this is absolutely, this has to be on the list. I mean, I love this entrance. Maybe some will argue they'll have this number 10, 9, 8, and I do have it a bit high, but I have it high because of the variable that it has, that factor that we get to see backstage. We never really experienced that, you know? So, I mean, obviously we have in past games, but he's the one that introduced that to us. So, I have Goldberg at number 4. If you disagree, I get it wholeheartedly. But yeah, pretty much, he's number 4. Short and sweet, quick entrance. And now we move on to number 3. Coming in at number 3, none other than the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, for many, many reasons. First of all, for the greatness that he is, and we got to acknowledge the greatness he's been for the past 3 years. And on top of that, this entrance is absolutely electric, from the theme song to the light show it's giving us. And when he comes out eventually, is just the presence of it, and you have Wise Man holding his belt there. It's just a thing of beauty. The accuracy of this entrance carries, I'm in awe. I'm in absolute awe with this entrance, and that is why it's so high on the list. I mean, it's small features, small details. I get it. You know, maybe some may not have him this high on the list. I do. For things like this, the smallest things like this is why I have him. You know, we're going to see this WrestleMania 39 just about a week away from now. So I just think it's absolutely perfection. I think this is beautiful. I love it. It fits. And him coming out, you know, you see him come out in this game, you're like, damn, Roman Reigns is coming out. And if you're on the other side of the controller, if you're not controlling him, you're in trouble. And even in real life, if you see that man walk down the ramp, if you're in the ring and that's the man walking down the ramp, just know you're in for the fight of your life. So that's why I have him so high, number 3, just for the small details. You have Paul Heyman holding up one of his belts. He has one around his waist. The walk to the ring, the different camera angles, everything here just it speaks for itself. And every entrance does, actually. Like, I don't even need to talk. I could just do the list, leave the entrances rolling. But I'm like, nah. I need to describe why I have and who I have in certain parts of this video, why they are in certain numbers, who's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, of course. So yeah, so that's why I have him here. I know it's one of the longest entrances. I think he might beat Undertaker for the longest entrance now in the gaming world, I guess. I don't know about real life, but he does beat Taker. Now, Taker used to be the longest entrance, but I think Roman Reigns now does it, as he's taking in the whole electricity here. He's taking it all in, and that's why I have him here. He's just taking it all in, looking at the crowd, be like, all right, y'all about to witness greatness. And that's what he's giving them. He's like, yeah, let me let them acknowledge me. Let me let them witness me, what I'm doing. Wise Man, give me my belt. Wise Man takes a knee, gives him the belt. He's like, yeah, I'm the man. I'm the one y'all got to get through. So yes, that's why he's so high on my list. So I'm going to do a little swerve here. I have 2 honorable mentions. Many may argue with me, but I got 2 honorable mentions, and I'm going to squeeze them in before we get to number 2 and before we get to number 1. So let's go ahead and get the honorable mentions out of the way. And the honorable mention, the first one, is the New Day. Why? Because when they all come out, you got the Bootios, you got the Pancakes, you got Xavier Woods with his trumpet. Just a sight to see. I absolutely love it. I would have it, on the list, but I was going to put them near number 2 or pair them up with number 2, but you can't do that when you're doing a top 10. So they're honorable mention. I mean, if you disagree, I get it. You could interswap them with number 2. Let me leave it at that. But the New Day entrance is a thing of beauty. I mean, I wish they would have had, like, when they had the big bootios thing in WrestleMania. Like, there's just some things that could make it better. And also, I mean, yes, it's a great entrance. It's a unique entrance, but it's missing some factors, I guess. But the bootios and the pancakes and the trumpet, it gives it what it is. I love it. Absolutely love it. But I have it on my honorable mention. I just feel like number 2 is super, super, super iconic. And that's why I have them there. So, but we're missing one more honorable mention that I do want to cover, because I feel like it's cool to see in a WWE game this into the future, thinking that he wouldn't have been in a WWE game this later on in the future. So let's go ahead and move on to the next honorable mention. The next man, the next honorable mention, the Boogeyman. And that's how we have him here. I mean, I could have put him on the list, but I'm like, I'm 50-50 on it. Honorable mention is still good enough, okay? And I have the Boogeyman because, when he comes out, you're like, damn, this is just like it's like a movie. Like, am I playing Resident Evil or am I playing WWE? Like, what am I playing right now? Is this WWE 2K23? And many might not know what the Boogeyman is. So, it's just pretty cool to see him here. The pyro when he smashes the clock. Everything is just absolutely great when it comes to the Boogeyman coming out to the ring. It's so scary, super terrifying. But seeing him come out, pretty cool to see. Especially in the WWE game, like I said, we got him last year, but seeing him again, very cool. At least to me, is very cool. So the entrance, I mean, it's a unique entrance. It really is a unique entrance. It's something special. So many moving parts, so many things to look at. He has a different entrance attire than when the match starts. That's another cool thing to take note of. So the pyro, the clock, everything about it is a reason why he is in the honorable mention. So yes, the Boogeyman. But now we move on to number 2 and then number 1. Let's go. At number 2, we have the NWO. Deservingly so. One of the coolest entrances in the WWE game. Last year was a DLC. This year, they're purchasable, so they're unlockable, so to speak. So you can actually have them this year without getting DLCs. So it's very cool to see this entrance. Absolutely beautiful. It is just too sweet. And you cannot deny me of that. And that's why I have them at number 2. If you disagree, I don't know what to tell you. I think they deserve it. Look at the camera angle shot from the back. Absolutely beautiful. I was trying to get the bloodline motion, but I couldn't. They don't have the bloodline in with Solo Sikoa and whatnot. When they come out, the 3 of them, it just looks generic. So I couldn't do it. I was trying to create it as well, but if I create it, then it's not a part of the game. I wanted to give it as the standard entrances, the ones that the game came with. So that's why we have the NWO. Believe it or not, I would have had them side by side with the Bloodline, because the Bloodline is just a pretty cool entrance on itself. But the NWO, Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Syxx are my number 2 on the list, and I think it's fair. I honestly have no arguments. If someone else would have done this video and had them at number 2, did I say 6? My bad. But if someone else would have had them at number 2, I wouldn't have argued. So number 2 on the list, I'm like, yeah, I'm with that. Look at this. Take it in for what it is. It's a pretty cool entrance alone. Pretty cool entrance on itself. So that's why I got it as my number 2 on the list. Look at Hollywood Hogan right there, man. Oh, man, what a legend. What a GOAT, for real. So, yes, now we move on to number 1. Coming in at number 1, I think you all know who it is. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and well respected coming in at number 1, because this is one of the coolest entrances of all time. The backstory of Cody Rhodes, making it back to the promised land that is WWE, doing everything that he did the past 6 years, rightfully deserving so, the number 1 entrance in WWE 2K23, Cody Rhodes, for many reasons. And I feel like this entrance, they just replicated his WrestleMania 38 entrance to perfection. This was identical to what happened in WrestleMania 38. He's taking in the crowd, taking it all in, and we see it here. This is just a thing of absolute beauty, and I don't think they could top this off. This is it right here. This is like the pinnacle of entrances This is it. This is the top of the top, the cream of the crop. This is it right here. And that is why it's solely number 1. The pyro we get, the camera angles we get, him taking in the crowd, the way the crowd reacts, everything about this entrance is just a thing of beauty. And also the start of it. He has his own nameplate, which is another pretty cool feature as well. Banging on the steel steps, going in, getting the crowd to be like, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. No. I have to do so much passion. That's what this man gives off. Passion. This is a beautiful shot right here. Beautiful, beautiful shot right there. And that is why this man tops the list as the #1 entrance in WWE 2K23. And I dare someone to argue with me on that. That's why I have him as #1. Deservingly so, #1. Really can't argue me with there. You can't. That's why I have him there. So with that being said, we're going to close off this video as we always do. Say our goodbyes. Thank you for tuning in. Those are the top 10 entrances in WWE 2K23. It is all entirely opinionated. So I'm glad that you all enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Little Easter egg here. You're going to see Super Cena come out, face Cody Rhodes. Well, not face him, just, doing my little outro. So, thank you all once again. For real, God bless you all. Remember that God is good. God is real. Miracles do happen. I am a living proof of those miracles. Remember that He is alive and roaring like a lion. He is God above. He is Him. He is all. The King of Kings. My Lord and Savior. So, thank you all once again. Remember Hulk Hogan's mantra of say your prayers and eat your vitamins. Remember John Cena's mantra of never give up, and you too can have great success someday. So I hope you all enjoyed this for what it is. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, this is an opinionated list. It's an opinionated list, and that is why I did it. It's just a whole opinion. Nothing is, it's based on my opinions. If anyone wants to, talk to me about it, by all means, please leave a comment below. I want to know what your list would be. Any more ideas in terms of the top 10s of this and that of the game, please let me know. I would try to do finishers, but there's just so many unique finishers. I'm going to have to play as everybody to make sure I get the right ones. But thank you all once again. Remember to brush your teeth, wash your hands, and clean your ass. JC from Fittest Gamers, this is the part where I log out. God bless you all, man. Good night, good morning, good day, good afternoon, and goodbye. I'm out.